I am the Red Cyclone!
Gekisou Sentai
Carranger!
What is up, guys? This is Merc and Tommy. It's another The Morphincast by RedCycloneInc. I'm Merc and Tommy. I'm joined by Tenacious T.
I am always here.
And today's cast is our review of Super Sentai Carranger.
Well,
Gekisou Sentai.
Yeah, Gekisou Sentai. That's
Gekisou Sentai.
It is Gekisou, right?
Yeah, Gekisou Sentai.
I can't enunciate Japanese words.
Yeah,
in English,
it's Gekisou Sentai Carranger.
Sentai.
Or
But
just
still,
Super Sentai
yeah,
Carranger.
Super Sentai for us.
Yeah. This will be the fourth Super Sentai we'll be reviewing.
Yeah, it's been an interesting ride so far,
Yeah.
and I have been thoroughly enjoying it.
Me too.
I definitely have.
So this will be the equivalent of Power Rangers Turbo. This one had 48 episodes. Same thing. Oh, yeah. It was one same type of
Came
episodes.
out like 96, I think.
So this will be our review for that show. Before we get into the review, there's some Ranger news. First of all, Wave 3 just got announced and actually got a release date. You got Lord Draken, you got the Blue Beast Morpher, you got the Gold Dino Charge, and Jason, the Red Ranger, without shield.
And let the world know that I've been frantically flying around Long Island to every store possible and buying as many before they start selling out. Because it's actually really hard to find a quantity of, like the Magna Defender and, they just released, GameStop exclusive Blue Cycle Ranger and, Kimberly's hard to find. It took me forever to re-find the White Ranger. When I had it in my hands, the box was just messed up, and I didn't want to buy it because of that.
Yeah. I'm very strict with the boxes. The boxes gotta be kind of neat. I'm very with bents and shit. I look at the best box, and that's when I grab it.
I saw a box with one of the Ranger's arms was moved. I was like, no, how does that even work?
Yeah, I even look at because I've been hearing a lot of issues with the kneecaps and like the ankles being weirded out. So that's usually the first things I look at is the kneecaps and shit because sometimes they bend weird.
I even look at the plastic tag on the top that hangs from the thing.
Yeah.
If that's crooked, I don't need to buy it. But I'm almost there. I'm almost caught up. Which right now, the hardest thing to get is the San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, gold and red, and I
exclusive
really don't want to spend $150 on
Who
that.
does?
I really don't.
Unless you're rich. And I'm definitely not.
Unless you want to get me as a Christmas gift. There's Christmas coming up. If you love me.
I'll start saving now for your birthday next year.
Right. So the Wave 3 got announced. Wave 4 got announced as well. They just haven't showed any of the figures yet. Wave 3 is going to consist of Rock Eater, Blue, Zeo. We will get our first Zeo Ranger besides the
I already have
gold.
a Blue Zeo in my locker.
Yeah.
Flip it.
And then
Asshole.
we're getting Trini, the Yellow Ranger.
Is her face messed up like Kimberly's face is messed up?
They haven't showed it yet, so I'm not sure how fucked up she's going to look.
Listen, Kimberly Hart's face, and this is probably the only thing flawed so far by Hasbro that I've seen with it. She looks like a wax figured face. It's so bad.
Yeah,
I
she's
sent you a
pretty bad.
photo of it close up when I got it for you.
Yeah.
That shit was so bad.
Yeah, she was pretty tough.
I really want to trying to get in touch with them, man. I would love for them to do a Bulk and Skull exclusive, man.
Yeah.
That would be so good.
Bulk and Skull 2-pack. I would like to see
Would you
like
rather
Astronomer.
the original Bulk and Skull or like the Police Academy?
I
Bulk and
feel like they should do maybe two versions. I honestly will go with the originals. I will like the leather jacket and
Yeah,
the punk rock look, just because that's what I always knew what they looked like. And then if that's a popular thing and it sells out the way I think it could sell out. Then you could add the police ones. Then you could probably, honestly, with the police ones, you could probably put the two monkeys with the police ones.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
And then you have like the full things
the
of
Lieutenant Stone one, which I don't think he would sell at all.
No one wants Lieutenant Stone. Maybe Ernie.
Ernie, I think would sell.
Maybe Ernie if you make him like
really fat, like the size of the box. R.I.P. to Ernie.
Oh man. Yeah, that'll kind of work out. If they do shit like that, that'll kind of work out.
All good things to come. From
yeah. So Wave 3, Wave 4 just got announced. What's up, Commander Farrell? Thank you for joining us live on the Morphincast.
You're in for a treat, buddy.
Yeah. So yeah, the Wave 3 and Wave 4 came out. They just announced. That's pretty cool. I already pre-ordered Lord Drakkon and Jason because those are the two I really want from that series. I feel Beast Morpher Blue and the Dino Charge Gold Ranger would be pretty easy to get because all I've been seeing is Beast Morpher Red and Beast Morpher Gold.
And those are the only ones still standing on the shelves
right
now. That is easy grab. You know what I mean? You can go to literally Dwayne Reed, Rite Aid. You can go to
Target.
Walgreens, Target, Walmart. They're all over the place.
Yeah. I may get me a second few, like maybe a second Goldar, maybe a second White Ranger and Shadow, just because I just like those figures, especially Shadow Ranger.
I personally suggest go to your local GameStops.
Yeah.
And check them out because I just recently went to mine. They even had Lost Galaxy Red and Red Psycho together. I think they should fast pace the the Psycho Rangers because I think they'll sell a lot better than the Beast Morphers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I haven't even watched Beast Morphers yet. I'm waiting for it to finish so I can binge watch it.
Yeah, because actually, on other news, they just released Beast Morphers Season 1. Well, the first 8 episodes are up on Netflix, so you could actually watch the beginning of Beast Morphers. Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, Wave 3 looks pretty dope. Lord Drakkon, I think, is the best looking one of the three. I'm a little sad that he don't have Saba with him. I think it's just the Dragon Dagger. I think he used both.
I don't know. You can go. Somebody made custom ones out on eBay for like $18. You guys can always go and snag that one up. But with me, it's got to be official or not at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which my shout out to my homeboy Jerry, who just hooked me up with my first Saba. Yeah. Which is my big news for the day. You know what I mean? How bad I wanted to open this thing up. I swear I felt like I was 6, 7 years old again. I walked into work with it. People looking at me like, what the hell is wrong with you? I'm like, I'm a little kid.
Hey, man. Let them hate. Enjoy what you dig. What you dig. What is up, guys? Yeah. Dig what you dig. That's my big thing. Dig what you dig. It doesn't fucking matter if people.
I got bills and shit. I'm running around buying fucking toys.
Exactly.
I spent $80 on toys the other day. Like, what is wrong with me?
Anyway, moving on.
Yes, go see Sentai Carranger.
There was something else I wanted to say before the news. The fighting game Power Rangers Battle for the Grid has a big update coming up this week, and also Eric Myers, the Quantum Ranger, will be released on Tuesday. Yeah, I read everything. So you get to get the Quantum Ranger fighter as in the Battle of the Grid. It's a fun game. Right now,
Ranger is one of the best Red Rangers out there.
Yeah, and he looks pretty cool. I saw the trailer earlier today, and it looked pretty dope. Like
definitely go and check out that season if you guys haven't watched that season. It's definitely up there on our top list. Yeah. Go and check out our top list. Like, subscribe, share. Yeah. Do your job, Scott. Do your guys' job so we can do ours better. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And lately we've been doing everything on live on here. So basically, just if you guys could tune in, check us out. Just hit us up on the chat and everything like that, so we know you're here. You want to say what's up and hello and everything. It helps us out building this community, and little by little we're getting into it.
I do have to say that I feel like our opinion really is on point. We give a fair one, but also like a strict one. Yeah. Because we hold standards to things, but we also got to understand that we're in our 30s watching the Power Rangers.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
But yeah.
I'm watching Breaking Bad. I'm watching the Power Rangers.
So, our topic of today is Gekisou Sentai Carranger. This came out in 1996 in March and lasted to February 7th of 1997. This is equivalent of like I said earlier today, of Power Rangers Turbo.
Oh my god, Power Rangers Turbo was just, couldn't even deal with it.
So, the synopsis of the show, it was Dapu, a young alien from planet Hazard, is forced to leave his home after it is destroyed by the universal reckless driving tribe Bozak.
They're like bikers. And
Yo, this is like, honestly, I swear to God, this could easily be like a DMV video.
Yeah, like an old 90s DMV. Like, that would have got kids, like, intrigued, though. They would have actually watched it. But it was sort of like The Hills Have Eyes kind of feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, with the cars, because they actually had some really bad-ass cars.
Yeah, they
like
did.
Mad Max.
Yeah,
Very,
I did like
you know what I
that
mean?
stuff.
But, you know, basically, their planet gets destroyed.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
Dapu,
Yeah.
he comes flying into Earth.
So, a gang of wild thugs who run rampant throughout the universe by causing chaos in planets before ultimately blowing them up. Dapu was knowledge of car magic. Yeah, buddy, thank you for joining. Car magic, a special magic connected to the 5 car constellations that gives great power. So, the cars were stars.
Well, yeah, they were, you know, they were like the power.
They were
you know
like
what
the
I mean?
Milky
It
Way.
was like the constellations where technically they're not there. You know what I mean? It's just our image of what we see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out to the Mayans.
Yeah.
Shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, it was like a car magic thing. I don't know. It's very weird the whole space oriented thing with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know with Dapu, right? He comes to Earth. Seeking help, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And finds these rangers who were basically worthy, I guess. You know what I mean? I forget actually technically how that went down. So much crap happened in this season.
Yeah. So, I'll keep going. Car magic. When Bozak decided the next target of destruction was Earth, Dapu discovers the power of the 5 constellations within the 5 beings on the planet who possess car magic. Within them is the ability to harness the power into becoming the Gekisou Sentai Carranger, which can stand up to the space thugs. The 5 turned out to be 5 workers at Pegasus Garage who unknowingly had chosen these constellations as their dream cars they ultimately wished to build. So pretty much they created their dream cars, and pretty much it was it happened to be the constellation cars.
Well, yeah, no, I felt like it was worked behind them because
Yeah.
they were the chosen ones. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like this was like predestined kind of feel. You know what I mean? But they didn't even want the shit.
No, they didn't. They were like, what the
didn't even
fuck?
want it. But like, if you want to finish the synopsis, but
Yeah.
I don't know, the red racer was like, yo, I make too little money. I ain't got time to save the fucking world
Exactly.
right now. Like, why do I want to save the world? I can't even pay my bills.
When Dapu enters their lives, they are forced to become the Car Rangers. They're forced to become the Car Rangers and stand up to the Bozak whether they want to or not. A battle of the Bozaks escalates. The Car Rangers' problems become more aggressively and many unknown. Unexpected factors entered the conflict, including an alien officer obsessed with traffic safety, which is the Lieutenant, if you know, in the American version. Troublemaking alien fangirl, which wound up being the sister of one of our main villains. And then a villain falling for a member of the team, which was Zelnet, which is the sister of the one I just talked about. Throughout the wall. So, yeah, that's the synopsis of the show. It's a weird fucking storyline. It pretty much, like what you said.
Right before we started this, this show is basically like the Power Rangers version of Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's basically what this is, but not the whole framing part, of course.
No.
But the whole what is going on. You know what I mean? Like the whole destroying shit, which the Bozaks, right? They didn't even know that's what they were doing.
No, they were just destroying the world, and they're trying to take over it, and they also trying to.
Well, it was Zonet's kind of feel because she wanted to turn the Earth to fireworks.
Yeah.
That was their thing. Let's turn this planet into fireworks.
Yeah.
And
She wanted to
Dapu-
see it blow up. She pretty much in the
I
beginning of the show,
I love
she
her.
just wanted it to blow up.
I don't want to get into her just yet.
We're gonna get into Zonette.
Oh,
Zonette is probably the best and biggest highlight of this series. Even from the beginning scene, you become a fan of her. So that's one thing. That's
Zonette is my most recent. If you look at my browser history, she is 100% all over the place.
I'm looking forward to this.
She's absolutely gorgeous. But let's not get into her. Let's get into our usual.
So our basic these are our five heroes. Red Racer is Katsuki, Blue Ranger is Naki, Nokoi, Cool.
I'm letting you do all this.
Not,
I can't
Nakoi,
their names
Nakoi.
whatsoever.
Green Racer is
Shouts to Sally
Minor?
Beebs.
Yeah.
Sal the Drunken Yeti.
Yeah, what up, Sal? Happy birthday to
Yo, and Flying
Drunken
Gray
Yeti.
Sun, this is a Japanese show, so Ford and Mustang would not work in this.
It would be Honda
like Toyota
and Toyota.
or Nissan or something like that. Shouts to you. Appreciate you commenting.
Minor. You know what's one of the best? I was announcing these names right before the cast. Nasami's Yellow. Yellow Racer was Nasami, and the Pink Ranger Yoko. And then we also have Signal Man, which was the Blue Centurion, American counterpart. We had the White Racer, which was Lana being Zotana's little sister. And then VRV Master, which was the Phantom Ranger in America.
Well, he's not really the Phantom Ranger, but he does have like the mysterious.
Well, he was technically the Phantom Ranger.
Yes, but he's VRV Ranger.
Yeah. I actually liked him.
I did too, but with what Dapu looks like, and then we find out later who he is, there's no way his head would have fit in that fucking helmet.
That's the mysteries of Doggy.
Yeah, no, it's like Doggy has a big snout. Shouts out to SPD Power Rangers.
Yeah.
He's a dog with a big snout, big nose, but a flat helmet. Like, how does that work?
But those are the 5 Rangers. They technically had a White Ranger, but she was not really a Ranger. She just wore, because she was a fan of them, so pretty much she just wore a white suit. Well, not really a suit. She wore like a dress.
So she had a Zord, though.
And she had a Zord. She had a kitty Zord.
Yeah,
it looked like a giant Hello Kitty.
Like a ghetto bootleg Hello Kitty.
Yeah, so it was kind of cool to see that. But the 5 Rangers, I say they were okay. They were good characters. I didn't think they didn't get like a lot of story built on them until towards the ending towards the series. They started giving one-off episodes for each Ranger, so you could kind of get a feel of them and everything.
I feel like these Rangers absolutely were just placed there for the villains to shine, because this was a complete villain and henchman show.
I agree.
They were 100% the life of it. The Red Racer was more of the focal point, I would say, when it came to the Rangers, and then it was the Green Ranger. There was a lot of Green Ranger episodes.
Yeah.
But with the Pink Ranger, what's your face? That was with the Yellow Ranger.
Yellow Ranger. Yeah, Yellow Ranger.
That was like one episode out of 48 that had to do with you. Yeah. I don't even remember their names. It was so bad, and I pride myself on trying to know who they are.
Trying. That's the key word.
But it was so over my head. I was so bewitched by Zonette that I couldn't think of anything else but her. Really good.
So again, this series I say was a very villain series. Like, I think the series, like, stars were the villains. They were the funniest things in the show. They were so weird, but they were so great as well. Then you had Zonette, which was breathtaking and fucking amazing character as well. And I think she had the most story. She had the most character building than anyone else in the show as well. It was more of her show.
It really was.
And
like the whole, like, she went to planet stealing jewels. You know what I mean? Like, she literally bewitched. Should I say his name? Should I do it? Dynamo. That's how she. I'm sorry, but it's a Japanese show, so you know what I mean. Like, the men are overly like, you know, and with the women are very like faint, meowish kind of sounding. And there's like the main boss dude. His name was Dynamo, and she like threw her ass at him. You know what I mean? Like, had him doing everything she wanted to do. So. Literally, I've been laughing for 48 episodes. Every time she said his name is like, you can't say it any other way but that way.
So our main villains, you have President Dynamo. You had the beautiful Zonette, which was probably one of the main characters of the series.
She might be one of my favorite female characters in all of Power Rangers right now, man.
Yeah,
like, I love her so much.
Stop.
Thanks. Really deleting notes, my bad.
You had the beautiful Zonette. You had Deputy Leader Zilmondo,
which was Elgar.
It was Elgar. Yeah. So we're just gonna keep him Elgar. Which he looked extremely angry and mean throughout this whole series. His one eye would twitch.
He looked like he had like cerebral palsy. But he was hilarious. Yeah. Like, he was like, his narrative and his dialogue and stuff like that was like hilarious. I think he made more sense out of everybody else. You know, out of all the villains.
Yeah, and he just worried about himself. He didn't give a fuck.
Dynamo, who was the boss, was literally pussy whipped the whole time, and he was overly jealous and shit like that.
Like, there's no time to lick her butt.
A 3-foot tongue that he shoved up her skirt every chance that he could. I don't even think he fucked her. I think he just ate her out. I don't know. I would have done the same thing.
You have Inventor Grotch, which was the big white, looks like a old school scuba diver suit. He was just a big fat scuba diver suit.
Yeah, I forget his name in Turbo too.
Yeah,
but he was cool. Like, he just got knocked on his ass a lot and rolled around.
You have Instructor Richie Hiker, which he actually became one of the big villains for a couple episodes as well. When he was a rich hiker.
He actually started off as like a bounty hunter kind of guy, which he was hilarious when he first came in.
Yeah, he was too, and they all kind of impressed Zonette as well. And then
she had the good.
I actually liked the Bozo Sentai. I thought they were pretty funny characters. The Bozo Sentai was just like 5 monsters that was going morphin time and shit too. Yeah. I liked them. I thought they were actually fun characters as well. Yeah. Yeah. So we had all those characters, and it was fun. It was a fun series. Again, I think. One thing I liked about the series a lot is that it went more to a comedic approach to it. It was a lot more funnier. It was a lot more silly. It didn't take shit seriously at all. Everything was kind of a jokish matter in this series.
Definitely. That's what made it good, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That shadowed and put on the shelf the fact that we didn't have like standout dominant Rangers. Mm-hmm. You know, this ain't a Dire Ranger. Don't go into this thinking that it's Dire Rangers.
Yeah.
Or even Zoo Rangers or anything like that. Not O Rangers, none of them.
Yeah.
Because they all had like a type of serious tone, just a little bit darker. I think maybe as time went by, they tried to loosen it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They went more into a story towards the ending, but it was still they went into more of a story. They had like some sad parts and shit, but it still went right into comedy. So even it never broke that comedy stint. There was still something funny in between things, and you're like, oh shit, that these make you laugh and whatnot.
Like the monsters themselves, like they weren't just like people that were sent out. They were just legit monsters hanging out. They had a bar on their spaceship. You know, and they just were drunk all the time.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna go fuck them up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
It was cool. And then you had like this big ass villain towards the ending that he just wanted to make a highway in space.
To what though? What is the highway going to? I don't
fucking know. He just wanted to make a highway. He was like, you know, fuck everyone else.
He was badass, but his reason was a little. I can understand why
he did some fucking stupid shit too. Like one of the monsters, the robots he gave him like a kit, like a model kit. Like here, build it. And then he forgot the piece, and then right when fucking Elgar was about to win too, the one piece that he missed, like, plunk, arm fell off.
I couldn't even do it.
It was like, damn, dude, you fucked up. Yeah, I fucked up big time.
Made an appearance by Signal Man. Signal Man was
the Blue Centurion.
The Blue Centurion, as we all know, love, and came to realize sort of pointless because all he does is traffic safety. Yeah. But in this show, he's actually a person. He's actually like a being.
He had
from police planet. Yeah. Planet Police. He had an ugly ass kid. His wife was butch as shit. He must have been an ugly dude on his planet because his kid and his wife was just hideous.
You saw him hit on somebody too.
He hit on Zonette. He
hit on Zonette
because he turned evil.
Yeah.
Because he thought that the Power Rangers gassed his planet. Yeah. So he went and he was hitting on her and tried to take her out. Yeah. Same thing as Ricky, whatever the hell is Ricky Ricardo, whatever the fuck his name is.
No, there was one towards the ending when he came back down with his family, and when they were like, oh hey, they introduced the family and shit like that. I think he hit on one of the girls. I think he hit on the Yellow Ranger because he fixed the car. And then the wife threw his ass in the fire. Like, what the fuck you doing?
It must be really nice besides today.
Yeah, there was a lot of funny things, but he was an interesting character. I actually think he had more of a character in this than in the American version because he actually had a point.
Yeah, no, he absolutely did. In Turbo, he really was like a RoboCop of space.
Yeah, he was just
but
like, hi.
all he was doing on Earth was just helping old ladies across the street. You know what I mean? When I get into the episode, when we get to the episode segment, there's one episode with him that I found hilarious. But
so yeah, that was good. It was a good series. It was a good sense of humor with a lot of things. Let's go into the mentor, Dapu.
Yes, Dapu, and it's funny because I was just looking at my notes, and Dapu was the first one right there.
So Dapu was an alien that looked like the dinosaur's baby in Dinosaurs, not the mama kid.
Yeah.
Also,
if you're not, if you're too young, and you don't understand that, Sally Beebs, he looks like a really young fat Yoda. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like a troll kind of thing.
Yeah.
He looks like a shaved Furby.
He looks like a shaved treasure troll.
Like you hang him up on a shelf, and if you talk shit, you smack him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's what he looks like to me. But believe it or not, like throughout the whole show, I didn't realize how young he actually was. You know what I mean? Like, in the show, he seems like the mentor. He's shaping them up.
Yeah.
They don't know nothing. You know what I mean? So he comes down and he's like, I don't want this shit to happen to Earth. Because my mother, my father, my whole planet, I'm the last survivor of Planet Hazard.
Yeah.
What the fuck is the name Planet Hazard? Like, you were destined for doom.
Like, right?
You know what I mean? Like,
your planet already says
your
hazard.
Planet says
You're
it's
fucked
a fucking
already.
hazard. Like, you need to look out there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, he was cool. I liked him.
Yeah.
Once his father came into the mix, which is, the Shadow Ranger.
Yeah. Phantom
Ranger, Shadow Ranger,
yeah.
Shit.
Shadow Ranger's doggy.
Yeah, I know, Doggy was
Can't confuse doggy.
But once that came in the mix, like that really showed his age and shit. You know what I mean? So I thought that was cool. He, he's not like dominant. You know what I mean? He's not like he's better than Zordon.
Yeah.
Everybody's better than Zordon.
Yeah, I thought he was fine. It was always funny when he picked clothes out and shit like that. He had like a Michael Jordan jersey.
A bootleg Michael Jordan
jersey.
It
had no bowls or anything.
And then he had like a fake little Flavor Flav clock thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a leather jacket.
He was a hip hop alien.
He was like Leprechaun in the Hood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's literally what he was.
But yeah, he was the one with the car magic, and he was pretty much the mentor. I thought he was a fun character, though. I think he worked with them. The one day
he kidnapped them in the beginning.
Yeah, he pretty much saying, "Oh, you're gonna beat these guys."
And then he faked his own death.
Yeah.
In order to sucker them, and like, we're gonna fight for Dapu.
Yeah.
And then he's laughing. He's sitting there like, "Hey, you suckers, I fucking got you."
Dapu was a scumbag, I bet.
He definitely was a little shit.
The one that he was naked, the shit at me.
And they're just out of the blue.
Yeah.
He just goes into like a hibernation.
Yeah.
And goes to sleep. Like, shit's hitting the fan. He's like, I'm going to take a nap for a month.
Yeah.
Fucking loser.
Like, why not?
And he had him training like Rocky.
Yeah.
that was the beginning.
There was a lot of good stuff from him. I think he was a really fun character. I liked the Dapu. Yeah, the one that I think he was showering and shit like that, and the Pink Ranger came in and he was butt naked. He's like, no! It was a weird scene that he was butt naked. Like, no, I don't want to see no alien shit.
Who knows what that fucking thing is?
Oh, man. It probably had 3 of them.
Neither here or there, ladies and gentlemen. One of my favorite characters, though, definitely, it was Dynamo.
Dynamo was a really fun character.
Dynamo was a badass.
Yeah.
He was, but he was so, like, punch-drunk love. Like, and I don't blame him on that. Oh, my God. Oh my God, I swear to God, anybody who's listening right now, just Google who the fuck is on it.
Yeah, she's going to be the cover of this podcast.
Please, I don't care about anything else.
She's the cover of this cast because Zonette was the best character in this show.
And if you listen to our last cast of Super Sentai O-Rangers,
yeah,
I was head over heels for Momo. Like, Momo,
yeah.
And now Momo is the big bitch up the street. I don't care about her no more.
She's number 2 now.
Yeah, well, yeah.
May number 3.
May, yeah. And then
May got forgotten.
And then Scorpino would be right after that.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, like Dynamo was actually a really good character. If you notice, he was kind of a henchman in the Turbo Rangers and everything like that. He was the leader in this one. The one that you don't see is what's her name? What's the villain in Turbo? Divatox, yeah. She don't exist. They're not in the ship. They're not in the water.
And the
they're not everything.
Piratatrons don't exist either.
No, I was happy. You know, I liked that I liked that their putties. They look like Shy Guys.
Yeah, but they it pissed me off because I'm like, we used to have to sit through 40-something episodes of Turbo, and I would have rather have had the zebra gun looking fucking Toxic Avenger people with the masks on, the hazmat suits. I'd rather have had them. What was cool about them is like the fight scenes were pretty good. It was pretty choreography was.
That's something that we always get good with the.
But they were vibrant colors that I sort of got mixed up. Like who am I looking at?
They're bright.
Who am I looking for right now? Where's Red Racer at?
Yeah.
Where's Yellow Racer at?
But yeah, they look like Shy Guys. They look like tall Shy Guys. I did like it though because the fights. This is something that we'll get through all. Honestly, I think it's all Super Sentais. The fight scenes are great. They usually are really well done.
Japan prides themselves on all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So we got some good fight scenes off of it. Even though, and the other thing I like the fact that the Turbo Rangers, the Car Rangers, outside the suits, they didn't know how to fight.
Not at all.
And I like that.
And it took me forever to actually catch that.
Yeah.
It took me until like the 30s to realize I was like, yo, they're not fighting at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when they did, like, you never saw them with their helmets off until the last episode. The ending of the last episode is when you see them with their helmets and their suits on.
Yeah.
Like, as the credits are rolling.
Yeah,
like, thanks for watching Carranger. I thought that was pretty interesting.
But I thought it was actually really cool that they didn't know how to fight because, again, they were not fighters. They were mechanics.
They were mechanics. Their dreams was to make their dream cars that look like shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know why your dream car would look the way they look.
I like the red car.
I mean, obviously those are our Zords.
Yeah.
And I actually like them better here than I like them in Turbo. And I didn't have a problem with the first Turbo.
Yeah.
Which is RV Robo.
Yeah.
Just so happens it's RV.
Yeah.
Robo, like a motorhome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't mind it. I thought that was really cool. And then the second Zord, which I hated in Turbo, I actually liked a lot more.
I liked a lot in this one.
It served so much more of a purpose. You know what I mean?
I like the Zords period. I like the weapons that they use as well. That they all had to do with they had shocks and like the drills for the Blue Ranger had the drill guns and shit like that. So they actually had points for all their weapons and everything they had. But the Zords made a lot of sense, and I liked the camera angles and everything that the Zords got. You got more detailed off the Zords and everything as well.
There was so much more in this show than that was given in Turbo. Like, I feel like Turbo didn't even utilize any of those good scenes. There was a lot of monsters that weren't in it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of fighting scenes and camera angle views of the Zords themselves.
Yeah.
Like, there was that one scene where the Red Ranger had to, would be in my episode 1, but he hops out of the cockpit and fights on the RV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why wasn't that in Turbo? That
was
looked
cool.
so good. It looked amazing.
That was when he was trying to get the Zord back, right? And they had like the big battery packs.
Yeah.
And one came out and he's like,
And they turned it into a bomb and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And they
that
were
was
gonna
actually
blow it
pretty
up.
dope. They did a lot of good things with these Zords, and I praised them, so they did an amazing job.
In Turbo, they destroyed the RV Robo.
Yeah.
They blew him up.
Yeah.
And then got stuck in the shitty Zord.
Yep. And they had no problem. They didn't even hesitate to blow that Zord up either. They're like, just blow it up. We're coming back.
They utilized that the bazooka shit so much and blew shit up. Like, I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, the Zords were great. This one had the Zords really good. The next thing that we go through, the suits we kind of like the suits in Power Ranger Turbo, so I think the same thing.
But now I say this through every cast, the Sentai footage of the suits always are dominant over
they look
flashy,
better.
poppy, Saved by the Bell, bright color suits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can tell the complete difference between the two.
Yeah.
I choose the grittiness of Super Sentai any day of the week.
Me too. I just like the way the footage
darkness,
is done.
the shadow of it. You know, like Even one episode, Green Ranger had his bandana over the helmet, which was hilarious.
That was pretty cool.
You know what I
The
mean?
yellow
Which
bandana and
was
shit.
for the Tigers, his baseball team, or
Yeah.
something like that, softball team, whatever it was. Japanese don't play softball, my bad.
They love baseball.
Yeah, they're obsessed with that shit.
Yeah. The suits were cool. Again, our big thing is the villains. That the villains were the focus point of this series. And the one big villain that was the focal point was Zonette.
Well, she wasn't really a villain.
Well, she did some bad shit.
No, she was just a hoe that wanted to get
I don't even
jewels
think she
and
was a hoe.
rubies. I guarantee you they ran trains on her.
No, I doubt that because she had them all under her finger.
Oh, she definitely did. I respect
So
her.
I don't think she didn't do nothing hoish. She pretty much controlled all the
Every time she said,
motherfuckers.
she would hop up and down like
Yeah.
she was like grinding.
And what they
on
got
her.
them all do? What do you want?
What do you want?
I'll give
Get
you
away
anything.
from Zonette. That's my girl. That's how you gotta say his name. You can never. You can't say Dynamo. And like they portrayed him in Turbo as such like a wimp. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Well, he
Like-
was a henchman. He was just like a side
But in
henchman.
this, like, it just shows you how different
Yeah.
the cultures are. Because he was badass in it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And one thing I did like is how he made the henchmen grow.
Yeah,
They
it's
had
like
to
a
eat-
tofu. It was like candy.
Well, it was, what was it called? I have it written down.
It was kind. It looked like tofu.
It looked like caramel. What the hell was it called? Emo Ryoken.
Yeah, it was egg.
Yeah, so they would eat it,
And
and
get
then
big.
they would grow.
Yeah.
And-
And the way he won the final battle, the way they won is they gave it expired one. Like here.
That episode was awesome.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this. Now the Japanese culture, they're the ones who make this emo ryoken, right?
Yeah.
And once they realize that that's what makes them grow,
Yeah.
stop making them. You're supplying them with the shit that's destroying you.
Well, I don't think they know that is making motherfuckers grow.
They keep stealing it from them.
That is true.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, that is true.
one thing I did really like about the villains, they were very emotional about losing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it really affected them. They did. Yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
I love the fact that he had like a win and loss record. He had track like,
Wait,
yo,
two
we won
losses.
once. We won once, and
We got 4 losses, 1 wins, and 2 ties.
like when y'all tied.
No, there's a couple when they both retreated
Yeah.
and shit like that. Like they were tired.
See, this is something I loved about the series because it kind of broke the fourth wall in Power Rangers in that sense.
Yeah.
Is the fact that they showed that they actually had stats. They were like, yo, we won once. We lost all 48 other
Like, why
times.
do we keep losing to the Carter Rangers? They destroyed planet after
Oh,
planet after
man.
planet.
I actually love the fact that they show that. There's a lot of highlighted episodes in these. Because I think they're just getting, like, how much I laughed and how much I just
Bro,
enjoyed.
I have a lot of episodes.
I
right
laughed
now.
a lot in this series. It was
There's
just
a lot of early
yeah.
episodes, middle episodes, and
Yeah.
episodes.
I think that all in all, like this series was just
Yeah,
a
if you
really
go from
fun
45 to
series.
the end,
Yeah,
every single one was dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't really go crazy with it, but if I were to jump into an episode, literally it'd be episode 5.
okay.
You know what I mean? It's just because it was the first time that the monsters grew,
Yeah,
right? And it was hilarious because the monster made a reference to his belly button.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And like he was picking his belly button and lick came out and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
it was just showed how goofy and like sort of real, like just like a dummy fucking grown big. You know what I mean? And it was also the first time the Megazord that we had. You know what I mean? And then once like Elgar got beat,
yeah.
like they literally rode away with white flags on their car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which I thought was like, all right, we're out of here. You know what I mean?
Stop,
Like,
please.
see, like when they lost funny.
Yeah,
So they won in a way because they captured us. you
Yeah.
know? So I mean, like that wasn't really like the greatest of episodes, but the ending
was
of
fun.
the episode was the best part. Is the Rangers were at the shop with their Zords that are humongous,
yeah,
and they're polishing them.
Yeah.
They're like turtle waxing the shit out of them, which I just thought was cool.
I thought those was funny. There's quite a lot of them in this series. I liked a lot of the 2 for 1, like the ones with the continuations and stuff like that. I think it was. There's quite a few in the early ones I liked.
Yeah, I got episode 5. I had episode 8, which the Green Ranger killed one of
That was a good one.
the twins.
Yeah.
But we didn't know they were twins. Like, what the fuck is this guy doing back? And he wanted to avenge his brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's when he like lost his morpher and he went on his tail.
Yeah.
And everything like that. Like, I thought that was just a fun episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he was like doubting himself about being a ranger, and he's like, screw this, I'm coming back, and I'm gonna fight anyway. Like, one thing I'd give the Rangers is that when they were down and out, even though they didn't know how to fight outside the suits,
Yeah.
they still tried, even though they failed miserably.
Yeah. I liked. There was one. I liked at the beginning of the Blue Centurion, which was episode 12, I think, or 10. 12. Yeah, it was episode 12. The Signal Man who came from space. Yeah, those were fun episodes. There's a lot of them in the 30s that I liked a lot. The one, and pretty much any episode that involved the Red Racer and Zonette, I liked it.
Which was episode 15, that's when that started.
So episode 15, and then it was
Zonette
episode...
which is the main focal point of the entire show.
Yeah.
Is the star-crossed, sort of Romeo and Juliet kind of feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she's a bad chick, like, in both ways. Like, she's bad and she's bad. You know what I mean? And Red Racer, you know, he's a corny Asian dude who fixes cars, and she has a dream about him.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I must find out what's going on, so she sneaks away from Gangnam and goes to Earth, and then, like, gives him, like, a heart.
That's gonna be the...
What? Gangnam. Yes, that would be perfect.
That's gonna be
the whole show.
Entrance. Yeah.
That is the whole show.
Yeah. That was actually a really good one.
But she also, but the best part about the show is, like, she's still fighting them.
Yeah.
While she's, like, pursuing him.
Yeah.
And kicks his ass.
Yeah.
Just to, like, for her to tell her that, you know, she got a crush on him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the bad part about Zonette is that she's in love, she falls in love with the suit.
Yeah.
Not the person inside. You know what I mean? Which we'll get later.
She thinks he looked like a monkey.
Well, yeah.
You gotta do something with your monkey face. I liked anything that had to involve with their connection, because I think every episode was entertaining that they did. I liked when she had the dream and the Red Ranger was telling, oh, you're ugly and this and that. And I'm like, that's fucked up.
How dare you?
And
I wanted to beat the Red Racer up for that.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I think they did a good job telling that story between them two. And even towards the ending, they had a good storyline, and they had a good, they had good stuff
romance,
with each other.
you know
I like that.
Episode 27, that's with Signal Man, and that's when his he tells them about his family. And
I liked that
like
episode
that.
a lot, and
You know
I
what
was
mean?
like,
which he wanted to go back because he was homesick, but he's like, no, I have a mission here.
yeah.
What was his mission?
His mission
To
was
stop traffic.
stop traffic.
Traffic
Don't
safety
speeding.
was his main focus.
Yeah.
And one thing about that episode, that was the Pizza Dude episode.
Yeah.
Which was that infamous episode in Turbo where TJ had the worst catch line ever. We're gonna toss your salad. That was that episode, and it was so bad. But you want to know what's really clever about that episode? The Pizza Dude spoke Italian.
Yeah.
I took Italian in high school.
Yeah.
So I caught it. I was like, that motherfucker's not speaking Japanese. He's speaking Italian, which was pretty clever, I thought.
I liked... Damn, there was quite a few episodes I actually really liked here.
Which, 29-30, that was the introduction to the VRV Master.
I liked that episode. I actually liked the VRV Master, just the fact that he was OCD.
You know, he was
like, he had to do everything in the same order, and if he didn't do it in the same order, he'll feel like something's missing.
Pissed off.
And he'll get pissed off.
Pissed the fuck off.
And like, I'm like, why are you getting a haircut?
But they didn't show that well. Because later, he has like a recap thing where he actually had his helmet off getting a haircut.
Yeah.
You know, on his planet or something like that. So,
yeah, and towards the ending.
Yeah, so he was like, the second the guy came in, he was all energetic. He was like, you are not my baba. Where is my baba? I'll fuck you up.
And he played pachinko. He loved pachinko machines, and that's what he played. And he played Pachinko machines. He won a bunch of prizes. He won a bunch of the space candies.
And the Rangers were like skeptical of him.
But they remember what Dafu told them. If they give you this candy, then they're good.
Well, if he gives you presents, don't trust him because he gave you presents. But if he gives you these
these candies,
the drops, I forget what the drops were. But it's like a candy drop, and it reminded Dapu of his Planet Hazard and his mom and dad. So trust them because of that.
Yeah.
Anybody who I could have gave them that, and they would have been fine.
Man, Dapu was gonna get them kidnapped. I did like the introduction of the VRV Robo, which was the big ass Megazord.
Yeah.
I actually liked the footage of it. I like the fact that he used all 5 Zords all the time. Like they actually used them a lot more. And they actually fought half the time. They didn't have to be a Megazord to fight.
Yeah.
And they actually used them for their special abilities, too. It was not just them turning into Megazord.
They were more intricate. They were more, This is one Super Sentai that they weren't their own beings, though. You know what I mean? Like, every other Sentai that we've had, they were like gods and kind of feel. Like, these were actually... They were powered by the stars and stuff like that, and by, like, the car meter, whatever the hell it was called. I forget what it was.
The car magic.
They controlled it. You know what I mean? And there's this one episode that I got a couple more before that. But there's this one episode that wowed me because it was a first for any season that we've seen so far. And I haven't even mentioned it to you. But before that, because I'm going in order with what I have, episode 36, that's when Signal Man gets brainwashed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the reason why I like that is because he's hitting on that. He literally walks onto, which their ship, I didn't even get to mention their ship. Their ship looked badass. It literally was a sphere with a whole bunch of spheres flying around it. You know what I mean? Like a whole bunch of rings.
And it drove like a fucking ship.
Yeah, it was so cool. But he goes on there like it's nothing. He's looking around like, yo, this place is pretty fat. This place is pretty cool. Sits down and starts hitting on Zanet. You know what I mean? But the reason why I liked it is because there was this little flying bee.
Yeah.
That literally was flying with the monster, and he blew up big too. So it was the big monster and a big flying bee that I thought was really cool. I don't know why that stuck with me so much, but I thought that was really really.
I actually liked when he was heel, when he went heel.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean that was the thing. How many times he went heel in Turbo?
Yeah,
like 6 times.
But
like
but
they
this
had
one,
no other storyline with him but walking old ladies across the street.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean. One episode that I did like with him, which is probably the closest episode to Turbo, was him in that stupid flannel fucking shirt. You know what I mean? Like the shirts were like enchanted and stuff like that. And I thought that was so dumb. But
I did like the debut of Zonet's little sister.
Yeah.
I thought that she was a.
She introduced herself as the White Ranger.
She actually had a White Ranger suit.
It was like a dress
costume.
though,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
So she kind of looked like a Sailor Moon Ranger, pretty much.
Yeah, she just shows up out of nowhere. Like all of a sudden it's a shooting star, and Sonic's like, "Oh, Gyno, Gyno is a shooting star."
And then we figure out that's Zonet's little sister, and she's trying to get her back home.
But at the time, she just came to help them out.
Yeah.
She didn't know that Zanet was missing.
Yeah.
She had no clue that she went to the Bozaks and stuff like that. But that episode was cool because, like, she was like, I want to be the younger sister of the Car Rangers.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because once everybody finds out that they're just humans, they get so disappointed.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are just humans. Like, that's so sad.
Yeah, I remember when Gyno found out, he was like, the fuck? The human?
I really liked the episode 38, which was they devised a thing to make people younger.
That was a cool episode.
You know what I mean? So there's an old man who works in this place, and he goes young, and the first thing he does is leave his wife. And tries to holler at the Pink Ranger.
Yeah.
But that's not even the reason why I like that episode.
The kids loose and Terry.
They put the mask that makes them younger on a Zord.
Yeah.
And the Zord went into pre-assembled mode. So he was just pieces. I just thought that was clever. That was good writing. That was fun.
And then
you know what I mean?
Signal Man, he was a kid.
Yeah.
He was a kid in the suit trying to fight.
And like the wife of the old man is like, that's my husband. He's like, oh. Like, he literally tried to creep on his old lady immediately.
Yo, that
He's
episode.
like, fuck you, I'm out of here. I look like I'm young again.
Yeah, that episode was really funny. Like, it was a really fucked up episode too. But also seeing Blue Centurion as a fucking kid had me rolling too. He was just like punching him in the kneecap.
He looked like his son. He looked ugly as shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I got episodes for days, man. Like, really, like this is probably the most episode-oriented show that I can.
Yeah.
Thoroughly say
I actually liked
the
the Christmas episode, the Merry Cash. I didn't mind that episode either.
That was the one holiday episode ever that we ever liked.
Yeah.
That we ever were like, and I completely agree with you. I did enjoy it, but like just the whole reason why they saved the day is because we want to have Christmas with you. I'm so bad. You know what I mean? Like, it really was. I'm sorry.
I liked well, when this one took over, Ricky Hayek. Hayek.
Yeah, but he turned into instructor.
Yeah.
After they kicked Dynamo.
I liked when he kicked Dynamo out and he became the president.
No, he
and
became
then
instructor. He became instructor.
He was the vice president, the second president.
And then Zanet and Dynamo went to Earth, and he was like, "I'm gonna get a job and support you, Zanet," and stuff. Like, they completely gave up hope and shit. You know what I mean?
Yo, this series, I recommend. Honestly, you guys gotta watch this series. This series, I will say, is just funny. You will get a good laugh. If you like a comedy anime or just like comedy period, you will like this. You will actually get a good kick out of it. You will get a good laugh out of it. And this is something about the series that I love. The fact that there was so much random fucking shit that happened in the series that would just make you laugh straight up. And that was a good thing about it.
There was episode 40, which was it's when the Bozak, he was a good one. He didn't want to fight. He didn't want to do anything.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was the one that he had the yellow bandana on his head. Yeah,
and he was like, yo, it was like, there's actually good ones out there, but nobody trusted him. Yeah. And then he got bewitched again to make him bad, and they ended up having to kill an innocent Bozak, which is pretty fucked up. And then the Rangers, I felt like the Rangers kicked the Green Ranger out because of that for 1 second. He was like, I guess he wasn't good after all, my bad. But, like, that episode, I felt for him because it was like, yo, not everybody's bad, you know what I mean? Like, Bozaks weren't, they were just a gang. You know what I mean? They were just a bunch of fucking hoodlums going through space burning shit up, you know what I mean? That's all they were. It wasn't somebody building them or growing them or molding them.
No.
It was just people hanging out.
Yeah.
So obviously they had different personalities and stuff like
that.
Just
go fuck shit up.
But now, the reason why this episode is so important to me is because this is the first time that I've ever seen the Rangers are in full Zord mode.
Yeah.
And then leave the cockpit while they're still in Zord mode to individual Zords while the Zord is still together.
Yeah.
So they're in their cockpits, like sort of like the 2017 movie, how they're in their own individual cockpits in the Zord. They moved from that to break up. Yeah. To start fighting again. That's the first and only time that I've ever
That was actually really
seen
cool. That was a cool scene.
Like, that wowed the shit out of me. I was like, oh my god. Like, yo, we gotta fight them individually before he fucking breaks us up because he's drilling their chest, you know, and they're like, you see them, you know, slide out into their own shit while the Zord is still together. I thought that was amazing.
That was a cool scene. I actually liked a lot of the things they did with this series with the Zords, especially with you mentioned earlier with the Red Ranger coming out and fighting on the Zord.
Yeah, that was a good episode too. But the Shadow, the Phantom Ranger, had to put that in his head. He would have never done that because he didn't even know he was the leader. Yeah. He's like, you're the leader as long as you believe you are.
Yeah. I actually liked the Phantom Ranger in this. Like, I liked the way he was. Like, he was just so... He was smooth.
He was a smooth cat.
What was the guy that came in later on? What was the thing?
That fucking X-Slayer dude, the fucking tall guy that tries to fuck shit up.
What was his name? I can't think of his name right now.
I forget his name. It was such a long ass name too.
Yeah, like
Danish Emperor.
Yeah. So you had this guy.
Exhausted.
Yeah. So you had him come in, and he pretty much was like, "Y'all gonna make my highway
my
in
super
space."
highway.
And he was just a weird character too, because the things he was in his plan was kind of like sold to them. They're like, "All right, and you could do it with this, and look, brand new machines." And shit like that, and he kept giving them like model sets to fucking put together and things like that. Like he was just like selling them shit, and like, here, you're gonna beat them with that, so you're gonna give me the money, and you're gonna beat them with that, so I can work on my highway, and you're gonna destroy this and shit. First one
completely took advantage of the Bozaks.
Yeah.
No intention of ever helping them out or anything.
Because they were stupid.
Yeah, because you're dumb.
Dynamo got tired of this shit
It's not
though.
Dynamo. It's Dynamo.
Got tired of this shit and went on. And he was like, you know what, fuck this shit. I did like, you know what, those series, the webs I liked when Dynamo and Zonette left. They got kicked out by like that, and they were just going around, going to restaurants, playing karaoke,
eating their asses off,
doing karaoke and all that shit.
They were
that
like
was
a
actually
couple,
really
man.
cool.
You know what I mean? Like, they could have had their own little sitcom after that.
Poor Dynamo. He didn't get no love. Zonette didn't love him.
No, but he had to have licked it.
He probably did. He probably
She
did.
was so sexy. Yo, she would wear this suit that I would sit there and wonder why her beautiful boobs, the she was boobs that she had, didn't fall out. You know what I mean? Like, she would walk and her whole suit would go up. Like, how is there not nip slips constantly doing this shit? And I swear, I've missed and I have to run back a couple of episodes because you had to tell me that she has softcore porn movies. And I was on the internet like crazy. It's called Angels of Darkness 2.
Yeah.
And Angels of Darkness 3.
Yeah.
And there's absolutely any type of copy out there in the world except for having to pay for this one site. And I love her, but I don't even pay for, simple things in life, let alone to watch a softcore porn movie with this girl who is drop dead gorgeous.
One episode that reads to me also was 45 and the starting point of True Love, and this is when she went back.
Well, they were going back and forth like crazy.
No, but this is the episode that she took the necklace back to become the princess again, kind of thing.
And then she disappeared. She went back to her planet.
Yeah.
Because her sister came back.
And this is when she found out that the Red Ranger was human. And then she was like, "You got a monkey face."
That was literally, I was laughing out loud.
Yeah.
I was rolling on the train, and I knew you at the time when I was watching. You were a couple episodes behind.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't wait for you to catch up just for that one scene.
That shit had me rolling.
Tell me it wasn't hilarious how the Rangers were egging him on to tell her how he feels.
Yeah.
But she's a bad guy. Like, in the world of what's happening right now, she is a bitch. She's a villain.
Yeah, she was part of the villains.
So, like, all of a sudden...
She had a dude. She kind of technically had a guy, too. A Dynamo. That was kind of her dude, too.
And,
that was fucked up.
Whatever the hell, he even asked her out, and she said yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then was like, "What? What'd you say?"
Yeah, and the ending too. Like she fed him a cake, and then he was like, "No, that's my cake."
It was her cake.
Yeah.
She was like, "I want cake," and they were eating the shit out of her cake. They're like, "Oh shit, that was my cake." She's like, "I'm going to Earth. Screw this." But like, she forced Red Racer to actually like her. You know what I mean? Like, it was sort of like. Like that girl in class when you're a kid, like, picks on you and smacks you and stuff like that, but it really meant that she liked you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it ended up doing that, and I feel like the Rangers had full influence. They were like, go tell her how you feel, stop being a pussy, and go out there and tell her, I'll tell her, when I see her, I'll shake her hands. You're a moron, bro.
Yeah.
But, so she disappears.
And then we have the last...
48 episode.
Well, 46, 47, 48, that kind of all goes in together as the finals. The
thing is, on episode 48, that's when they realized that Exhaustus, whatever his name is, he didn't give a shit about them. He was using them to blow
Well, I kind of want to
planets.
get in before that because there was a lot of things he did before the episode. So, that he fucking like sucked up the whole stars and shit of the car magic. So all the Rangers lost their fucking powers.
Yeah.
And then
they had to find it inside.
Yeah.
And then the owner of the damn car place.
Yeah.
Which is that kid was in like every episode.
Yeah, and he found out, and it was during the Rangers, and he found out who they were actually.
I wanted to smack him up when he turned his back on Signal Man. He's
Yeah.
like, I hate Signal Man on that stupid little fucking box that he.
Yeah.
What was that box? What was it? Like wanted posters? Like it looks like a newsstand.
And then the next episode went into more the fact that they fought them. They started fighting without the powers and showing that they had heart, and they were all heart this whole time and all. And then led to 48. With 48, pretty much Dynamo. And all the other ones were realizing that
we gotta be friends in order to do this.
Yeah,
like,
they gotta
with
be
snap
cool.
of a finger.
Yeah.
Like, we are best friends now.
Yeah,
And what
they
does
all
Red
had to
Racer
team
do?
up.
Punch him in the fucking mouth. Like, we're friends. Friends don't hit each other.
Yeah. Yeah, so
But now, yes, that episode 48, that was literally, now we have every single badass character. We got all the Bozaks, we got Signal Man, we got Phantom Ranger, we got Dapu, we got the Car Rangers. They're all sitting there.
yeah.
And the Car Ranger's like, no, we're the ones that's gonna have to do it. I'm sorry, but everybody else is more powerful than your ass. You know what I mean? Because they were just people at the time.
Yeah.
They just let them go. They're like, we're gonna have to do it, and they went and then they flew the thing through Exodus, I don't know his name.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, and then the way they ended up beating him was because Dynamo blew up with expired that eating shit.
Yeah.
And then, he shrunk back down and he's like, oh, my stomach hurts. He had acid indigestion, had heartburn and shit. So he was probably shitting
Diarrhea.
himself.
You need Pepto-Bismol.
And that ended up being the demise of the other guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the greatest part of that episode, which is the last episode of the
Yeah.
season, is what happens to everybody after the dust settles.
This kind of reminded me of honestly, this is the ending kind of reminded me of Dire Ranger. And they all had like the older versions of themselves.
Yeah, and they're like the young version. But I wrote down everything. It was like Signal Man goes back to Planet Police, and he's pursuing the career of being a detective.
Good.
Right?
Good for him.
Dynamo. He opens up a book. He stays on Earth.
Yeah.
Which they called Ursh.
Yeah.
The whole time. And Red Racer actually ended up saying that. And he's like, why the hell am I saying Ursh? It's Earth, you idiot. It's Earth. But Dynamo finally opens up his barbecue restaurant.
Yeah.
Elgar.
He liked that Korean barbecue, man.
Elgar and the other guy pull that fucking Billy Madison.
They went back to school.
They realized the importance of education. They go back to preschool.
Well, they didn't have education, so they got to start from the beginning. They were stupid.
That was so funny. But the best to me was the Bozaks.
Yeah.
The Bozaks go into theater and try to pursue a musical career. It's hilarious. Then Dapu and his dad.
Yeah.
They travel, and then finally you see Dapu's dad outside of the suit.
Yeah,
which he's shorter with a fucking pipe in his hand. He's smoking a ganj.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then it's to the point is like Dapu's like, screw you, Dad. I want to go back and hang out with the Rangers. The whole time you thought your dad was dead.
Yeah.
You piece of shit.
And now, but then again, that's a kid. Like you see, that's 16 in art. Like, okay, you're alive now, so I want to go back to hang out.
Zonette goes back to actually wrote down the name of her planet. Fanbelt. She's the princess of Fanbelt.
Yeah.
Why is the name of the planet called Fanbelt? It's Serpentine Belt. That's what that is.
Yeah.
To a car. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
But she's looking for suitors.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks too much like a horse. But
She's being picky, but she's still in love with the Red Ranger, even though he has a monkey face.
He has a monkey suit, which was so funny.
Dynamo didn't get no play at all. And hopefully he gets a lot of chicks because of the barbecue spot.
He had blue tongue.
Yeah.
You know, blue balls. He had blue tongue.
That's messed up.
His tongue grew pretty
Poor
far.
Dynamo.
And then the Rangers, they just went back to fixing cars and Pegasus.
And they never lost it. This is the first series they actually didn't lose their powers. The powers just still exist.
Hey, also, this was one of the first seasons where they tried to keep their identity secret.
Yeah, until the end, that's when they shit.
Like, oh shit, and then everybody found out. They go, really? Oh, dude, like, we're so disappointed.
They were so mad. Fuck, especially the Bulldogs. They're like, what the fuck?
At work, you made the reference to what's her face from Spider-Man.
Oh, Black Cat.
Black Cat, because she was so intrigued about Spider-Man.
Yeah, because Zonette pretty much liked the Red Ranger, but she didn't like the person inside the suit. And that's kind of what Black Cat did to Spider-Man. She liked Spider. She was in love with Spider-Man. But then when she found out she was Peter Parker, she was like,
"Screw this fucking loser.
Nah, I'm good.
Keep the suit on, bro.
Yeah,
Dry
keep that
on
mask
me."
on." All right.
Oh man.
So that's all of Car Ranger.
Well, that's the rundown of.
That's our rundown. What's your review of Car Ranger?
Just like we both agree, the lack of Ranger build-up and everything like that sort of disappointed me a little bit. But with the comedic part of it and like the dominance of like the villains, the henchmen, Dynamo and Zonette and all them, like they made the show to the point that you didn't even have to worry about the Rangers. The Rangers were there for a reason. The Rangers didn't even believe in themselves. They didn't know how to fight. They didn't know how to do any of this. So it was more of a villain show. Yeah. But in the lore of Super Sentai, they're probably the worst Rangers. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I mean that with love and respect for the show, because I really did enjoy the show very much. You know what I mean? But the lack of them puts them really low on the list of Rangers. Yeah. Like, I'm not sold on any of the Rangers. I'm really not. Even Red Racer, like, he was more of a dominant thing, but he just didn't look the part and feel the part. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think he had some key episodes that really showed why he was the Red Ranger, but it wasn't, like, in the level of Geki. It was not on the level of Roy in that sense. But I think out of all the shit that we've been watching a lot of shit, especially with Power Rangers and then going to Super Sentai and shit like that. I think the fact that the villains took over this series was a breath of fresh air watching these series. I completely 100% agree with you.
So, if I had to give a score 1 to 10, we'll get a solid 8.
Right there. That's what was in my head. I was gonna give it a 10. I was gonna put it in between 8.5 and 8.
I give it an 8. I look at a solid 8.
But that's Dewey Decimal System.
It's a really fun series. It's a really funny series.
You need a good laugh. Just get away from seriousness. Yeah. Perfect show.
And
if you want some real character building, no, it's not really there. Zonette, you got it with her, which totally makes up for everything to me.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the fact that we had a different approach to Sentai, period. Like, honestly, we had the superhero Sentai. We had the heroes coming from the low to high kind of Sentai. We had the Air Force kind of Sentai and things like that. So this was different in the fact that the Sentai wasn't really the focal point. It was the villains. And I think that's what makes this show shine, is the fact that the villains were such a key element to the show. And I like that. I
actually, at one point in time, and it hurts me to say this, it really, really does. Yeah. But, like we were saying, the lack of character. Yeah. When it comes to the Red Ranger, the Red Racer. We gotta stop saying Ranger because they're not Rangers. They're Racers. Racer. Red Racer and the Green Racer had more than anybody. You know what I mean? Yeah. The yellow and the pink made me actually miss Cat a little bit. And I'm not the biggest fan of Cat, but because of their lack of presence, made me yearn for them or Cassie. Okay. I would have taken Cassie in the show, and she would have fit the part and killed it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It had more of that because you know, like the women are supposed to be dominant in this show because it is a man-oriented kind of fighting thing. And Japan's very big into that. Yeah. Same thing with America. You know, at that time, women started being more outspoken. Yeah. Not outspoken. That's the wrong choice of words.
He wasn't getting jumped.
They started standing up in shows and we had Ally McBeals and we had this and we had their presence was unknown. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So
one thing I will say.
Yeah.
Sentai's 4-0, baby.
Yeah, it was a better show than
Turbo. Sentai is 4-0 against America right now.
Yeah, and that goes with Mighty Morphin. Like, we like Zoo Ranger more than Mighty Morphin. Yeah, Sentai has been a better show completely. Like, I think there's a lot more to offer than what they've been giving us. Like, and then again, also, I feel is also the fact that these are brand new to us, and I think we're going with fresh eyes into these. And the fact that we have watched these in the past might kind of like tamper the judgment. Is the fact that we gotta go through, like, fuck, I gotta watch this again.
Yeah,
but other than that, like, I still believe that this was a better show than Turbo. Like, I would watch this over Turbo any day.
All I know is I'm really, really excited for our next 2 monthly casts.
Yeah.
Because we get to go back into one of our favorite, which is your favorite.
My favorite.
It's my second favorite.
Yeah.
Our next cast will be Space. And then we get to see the counterpart of what Sentai did to it.
Mega Ranger.
I'm actually really excited. I'm really scared for Lost Galaxy afterwards.
Yeah.
I definitely know Sentai is going to be a lot better. And I can't wait to see what the Back of Defender.
Me too. Like, that's the one character. With that one, with Lost Galaxy, I'm looking forward to seeing the Magnum Defender. Lightspeed Rescue, I'm very just interested in seeing what they have in store for us with the Japanese, the Sentai version. The Rescue Rangers, I think they're called. And then Time Force is after that.
Well, Wild Force.
No, Time Force is before Wild Force.
I was thinking today, I was like, I'm so scared for Wild Force. Because that's the beginning of the CG.
But we got Sunaku, though.
Yes, well, Sunaku. Sunaku's the truth. Yeah. But we got all that CG Zord shit.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm kind of hoping.
You're going to get it from the Japanese side as well.
But maybe they'll make it more bearable.
I think it's a little better done. I think it's used smarter.
Yeah.
So, so this is our review of Gekisou Sentai Carranger. Next time we're here, next month, we'll have Power Rangers in Space reviewed. I'm looking forward to that one.
Me too.
Because I think that is my favorite Power Ranger series. I think that had the most everything.
Can't wait for Astronema, Psycho Rangers, Ecliptor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Alpha.
Good. Yeah. And then we're going to do Mega Ranger, which is their counterpart. Last but not least, we have a little preview of something that we've been kind of cooking up on. This may be another cast. It might be a bi-monthly cast, depending on how we could record it. But we are going to branch out into the world of Star Wars.
Which I wish I had the music in the background, because I'm so excited for this. Yeah. I wanted to say this in the beginning.
Yeah.
But that was more Power Ranger oriented.
Yeah.
We are working this out. This is a fairly new idea that we're tossing around.
Yeah.
And I honestly feel that this is what you did with me with the Power Rangers. Now, you've seen all the Star Wars.
I've seen everything.
You already know what it is.
I know.
You're just not the hugest.
I'm not a fan. I'm like the biggest fan of Star Wars, but I know more than most.
I adore Star Wars.
Yeah.
And this is where I feel like it's my time to influence you a little bit, because you have graciously set the carpet up for me for this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, you've already seen all the Star Wars, but now us critiquing every single movie.
Yeah. So
and Clone Wars and Rogue One and We can get him toys like this.
I'm actually looking forward to Mandalorians a lot. Mandalorian's gonna be really good.
Listen, we have a good. If we did a monthly cast of it, we have a solid year just in movies.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I mean?
that's something we're working on. The name is still up in the air. The first name was.
And I think you should say.
You could put the name up there for now. Just.
And then you guys let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. But the show would be called Not a Trekkie.
Not a Trekkie, the Star Wars podcast.
Because Star Wars counterpart is Star Trek, but we're not disrespecting Star Trek.
No.
You know what I mean? This
We're
is
just
not
not
a
Trekkies.
sci-fi show.
Yeah.
This is a Star Wars show.
If you have a different name, we'll change it up later on. But for now, that'll be the name. But we plan on going through all the movies, all the TV series, and
Some
in
comics,
between, maybe the comic series. I don't know.
We can do a whole episode on Boba Fett. He's one of the literally the most intrigued, mysterious characters in all of pop culture.
And only had 20 minutes in the movie.
Exactly. But he has a whole history outside of the movie.
Most of his history, and most people love him for the Christmas special they had more than the actual movie. I don't want to see that Christmas special.
Well, we don't want to see any Christmas or holiday specials because they turn it.
Are we gonna have to watch that Christmas special?
Well, if we're gonna do a Boba Fett kind of thing, and Boba Fett is literally he's just as up there as famous as Han Solo and.
I'm regretting this
like,
already.
He's just a bounty hunter and he doesn't say anything.
I'm regretting this already.
But I'm actually truly excited for that.
So this is going to be a feature cast. We're going to try to make it monthly, but it might be a bi-monthly cast, seeing that we do have a full plate of watching Power Rangers and all that shit as well. I think maybe being a bi-monthly will be more beneficial, and the way we record, we'll probably bang out 2 at a time and then go from there. But that's our future. That's something that we're going to start probably November.
It's cooking right now. It's cooking.
November will probably be the first cast you'll get, and it'll probably be on the New Hope.
Yeah.
We'll do the beginning series first.
No, we're going to have to do it the way Star Wars fans around the world would want
So
us
it'll be
to
4,
start.
5, 6.
It would be 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
And then
6,
7, 8, 9. Okay.
And
Yeah, and honestly, 9 probably will come out by the time on Blu-ray.
Coming out in December.
On Blu-ray. The time we get to
on
9.
Blu-ray, yes. But then we also got Rogue One.
And Rogue
We
One.
got Solo.
I think we'll do those last. I
Which
think
I'm actually would be excited for Clone Wars,
the series.
the series, because I'm not really the biggest animated person in the world, but this will make me watch it.
And then we also have Mandalorians coming out on the Disney Plus, which debuts November 16th, so that'll be something to watch as well. But there's a lot of Star Wars stuff. I actually think, the Marvel app that I have that you could use, they have Star Wars comics on there. Well, they actually have the new Marvel stuff. They have the old stuff too.
That is important, I feel.
So yeah, that's our future of what we're gonna do. Not a Trekkie, maybe the name of the cast.
Like that name.
I like the name as well.
So keep it.
We most likely will keep it.
So
that's something to be prepared for the future, and that we're gonna do later on. To there, I discussed it with Mike already. He actually likes the idea as well. He might actually join us for Empire Strike Back 1. So
my boy Manny Mac. I told him about it yesterday. He was like, "That's something I might hop into too." So we might actually have a group conversation, which would be nice. You know what I mean? We've only had one cameo with us and us together on our podcast, which shouts out to the Max.
Yeah.
Shouts out,
to the Max. Listen to the movie cast. We released it last couple of weeks. It's up there. Check it out.
Check out all of our previous casts.
So
we're gonna
wrap it up.
Them up and set them out. Check it on Twitch.
Yeah.
Any type of social media network that we can put it on. Yeah. Put it on there.
So this is the Morphincast. We're gonna wrap it up.
My shout out to the Max, my brother, avid listener, one of our guests.
He's part of the cast now. He's part of the cast, man. He debuted already, so shout outs to him.
I actually told him about Star Wars last night at work. Always shouts out to Game On, my boy Tristan, runs a retro video game store out of Pawtucket, and Miller Place out of Long Island. You can check them out on Facebook. And also, I'm pretty sure they have a website where you can actually buy and sell, retro video games. They do amazing things. One Friday, the last Friday of the month, they hosted retro video game night with autistic kids. And I'm a firm believer in support community business.
Yep.
Shouts out to Sally Beebs, who turned.
Yeah, shouts out to Charlie Beebs. Sal the Drunk Yeti. He's also on Twitch TV. Definitely check him out. Follow him. He's doing great stuff with this Twitch, and I'm trying to actually follow in that way because I'm trying to build up a community with this. We do our live podcast Sundays at 1 o'clock, 1 and 3 o'clock. We do the Wrestling Babble at 1 o'clock. We do Guess Badass Rare podcast at 3. We'll have all the weekend wrestling reviews on the Wrestling Babble cast, and then everything in between on the Guess Badass Rare. But yeah, shout outs to Flying Grayson and Commander Farrell. Those are also guys that been on this cast. One is my boy Lil Steven, one is my boy Jenkins. The Jinkies, the one that I always say you cannot have sandwiches in front of him. That is Commander Farrell.
Oh, you go fuck the sandwich in front of him any day of the week. BLT
All right.
the cheese.
So please follow all our social medias. We do have a RedCycloneInc and the Wrestling Babble pages on Facebook. We are very interactive on it, but myself and Tommy as well. Tenacious T, Tommy, whatever the fuck you want to call him.
Said my name, Tommy. I think that's the first time that was ever said.
Well, he'll be Tommy on Facebook.
I'll be Tommy Sorensen, yes. If you want my true government.
Exactly.
My Twitter, Tita Gunna Ilsun. It's too much to spell out. We'll put that in the bottom parts.
Yeah.
I've never been into the Twitter world.
Yeah.
But now I'm starting to really take this very seriously.
Yeah.
So my Twitter will be up and functional. Like and share anything, repost anything.
Yeah.
I will glad to do the same thing for you.
Follow us on Mark with the Mic channels. This is Twitch TV, Mark with the Mic. We have Tumblr, we have SoundCloud, we have YouTube, we have Instagram and Twitter. All Mark with the Mic, all spelled the same. You can find me on those things. I'm very active on all of them. Also, give a shout out to Mike, who's going to be editing me this cast. Shout outs to Louis Beans. He'll be on me on the new cast tomorrow. And all of them well. All remember, always follow Jinkies for sandwich. Peace out, laters. And always remember, fuck Zordon.
Yo, fuck Zordon.
Peace out, later.
早朝は怖い顔して頑張れなんて叫ぶけど俺たちだって生き物休まなきゃ体ボロボロ楽しく踊ろうよサンバ戦いが終われば天国やられた悔しさもサンバそのうちに忘れては優しくしてねたまには負けたりして